What's up everyone, this is Vince with MarvelousMarketing.online here with a new video today on a 10-minute content marketing strategy plan. This is a content marketing strategy plan for social media, for new business owners, or if you're looking for a new way to grow on all social media platforms, then keep on watching today's video. Before we jump into the content, I want to make sure you already like the video, you're already subscribed, and you already hit the bell notification so you're notified every single time I drop a video. Let's get into it. Alright, the very first thing I want you to do is to identify who your target audience is. This is so important because you can't create content unless you know who you're talking to. I've created videos on this before. I'll link it up in the cards and put the description below so you can click on those videos and kind of follow my step-by-step there to figure out who your target audience is. And like I said, this is so important because you need to know who you're talking to. You talk to different people different ways. You talk to your grandma different than you talk to your daughter, or you talk to your son differently than you talk to your best friend. So you need to identify who your target audience is so you know how to speak to them. So that's step number one. And number two, step number dos, you need to identify which social media platforms you need to be on, whether it's LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Clubhouse now. Let's say your target audience is on Instagram, but you're using LinkedIn. You're never gonna find them. So you have to figure out which social media platform you need to be using to best put your best foot forward and showing off your business and your brand. So the next thing you need to do is to figure out how to set up your bio or your page properly on each of those social media platforms. There's a best practice and a best way to do it on each platform. You just have to figure it out. Research how to set up my page properly on LinkedIn, how to set up my page properly on Instagram or on TikTok, just so when people come across your page, when you're already shooting out content and making it, they'll see that your bio is set up properly and it'll convert them from just ghost followers or people that are looking at your page to actual followers. I actually made a video on how to set up your Instagram bio correctly right here. I'll link it in the cards again, put it in the description so you know exactly how to set up at least your Instagram bio correctly. Next is to identify a publishing schedule. What is the best publishing schedule for you? Is it once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week? When is the best time to post and how much should you be posting on each platform? You do this by doing some research and figuring out for each platform which one calls for more and which one calls for less. I know for Instagram, for me specifically, I'm trying to post every single day. It seems like a lot, but as you get going and figuring out the content you want to post, you'll figure out like, okay, I need to be on here every day. I need to be doing something on here once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week. So identify the platform and figure out how much content you should be producing on that platform. This one is very important because this is figuring out the kind of content channel you're going to use. There's videos, there's blogging, and there's also podcasting as of right now. If you're not comfortable being on camera like this or talking, you can always write blogs and write out a big blog post that people can find you on. If you're not comfortable being on camera, having a camera in front of you, you can record your audio and then use that as a way to put out more content. Especially with Clubhouse coming out recently, obviously you don't see anybody's face, but everyone's just talking. If you're more comfortable just using your voice, the best content channel for you to use. And video, I always recommend video because there's so much stuff you can do with videos. What I can do is take out the audio from this video and use it as a podcast episode. Or I can transcribe the video and make a whole full-on blog post about this. I always recommend video first, but if you're not comfortable, there's other ways that you can put content out there. The next thing is figuring out your content. Okay, what kind of content do you want to be putting out there to the world? What do you want to be saying to the world? I always start this with, who are you? People need to know who you are and what you're doing online. What does your service or your product do? Are you trying to sell something that helps solve a problem, or are you trying to provide a service for people? So the next one is why. Why should people invest in your product or your service? Why should people know who you are? How can they get to just know you more? So whether that's like following you more on social media platforms, how do I buy your product? You have to have these 4 things lined up. Take time to follow you. Who you are, what are you doing, why you're doing it, and how do they reach out to you. Those are the 4 things. Those are things you need to ask yourself because things you're going to be basing your content off of so people understand what you're doing online. And if you're stuck, because I want to help you out here even more, if you're stuck with content ideas, here's some content ideas that you can make right now to really get your page started, get your presence on your social media platform started with a get to know me, like I said earlier, who you are, what are you doing online, show off customer reviews and testimonials. This will have social proof and prove to other people that, hey, your product is actually worth it and people are already investing in you. Quick tips and advice. Show people how to use your product or how is your product better than somebody else's. Memes and GIFs is another one. We all love a good meme, a good GIF, something that makes us laugh, that makes us feel good. Bonus points if you make it about your business. Look ahead in the calendar and understand what's coming up, like the holidays, so you can kind of make some content around there. Sharing infographics. So one of the things that I always recommend for content is to make shareable content. Infographics is one of those things that you can do. You can make a good quote, a good business quote, share a good statistic. Those are things that you can make infographics of, and people can not only look at it and like it and comment, they'll share it or even save it for inspiration later. So infographics are really good to make. Cross-promoting your other material from other things. So if you're on YouTube and you're on Instagram, what you can do is take some YouTube videos, cut it up, put it on Instagram, and vice versa. You know, in your YouTube videos, you can tell people, hey, follow me on my Instagram account. I release other good tips there. So you can cross-promote on both platforms, making content on both platforms based around your service or your product. Company accomplishment. Show off your company a little bit more. People like to know that you sold over 10,000 things last month, or you made this amount of money in the past 2 years. You know, people like to know more about your business. So sharing some success stories is definitely thing to make content on. So after you have all of that lined up, what I want you to do is grab a blank, big calendar and start sketching out what you want to post on which days. The biggest thing when it comes to having a content marketing strategy is to have a plan. You know, going into blind, trying to post stuff off of the dome, off a whim, you know, off of the dome piece, you know, off of the dome piece. It's hard. It makes things hard. So it's easier to have things planned out ahead of time. The longer, the better. So if you're able to plan things out a month ahead of time, you're not trying to find content day by day. You have things planned out. It makes your life easier and you're not stressing out as much. Start sketching out, okay, on Monday, I want to be posting a get to know me video. On Tuesday, I'm going to share an infographic. On Wednesday, it's going to be a little meme. You know, you plan these things out so you stick to the plan, and it makes creating content so much easier for you. Another thing you can do is batching. So batching is one of the biggest things that comes with planning. Batching is basically when you sit down, like I'm doing right now, making a YouTube video, but instead of just doing one video every single week, I'm gonna do 2 or 3 all in one sitting, so I have this ready. So all I have to do is edit it and send it out, and I don't have to worry about doing it every single week. And this comes with planning out content as well. If you take a day to really sit down and figure out what content you want to post and make all those infographics, make all those videos, you're not worrying about it every single day. What you're doing is planning ahead of time and having it scheduled and posted. Set aside like one day to really create all the content that you want to create, and then have it ready to be posted for the rest of the month. As a social media manager, as managing my own account along with everybody else's, I love to make sure that I'm batching stuff and I'm creating a lot of content in one sitting, because I hate worrying about, oh, I need to get this posted today, so what am I going to post? All of this stuff, and waiting until last minute to do it. And you know, it makes things so much easier when you're able to plan it all out and have things scheduled ahead of time. So when it actually comes to posting, it's already done, it's finished. You're not stressed out. And people only get stressed out when they're not prepared and not ready. I already released my new program called Dig, Dominate Instagram. This program is what will help you understand Instagram better if you have a business, better on Instagram, and really grow your brand or your business on there. Right now, I'm sending you the first lesson for free, and then I have other lessons attached to that you can invest in, you can pay for if the first one works great for you. So make sure you send me a message. I'll have my email below. Type in my email and send it my way, and then we can be connected that way. Please make sure you like the videos, you subscribed, you share this with one of your friends, your family, or friends that this can really help. And in the comments below, tell me which tip was best for you. What are you gonna use right now to help put out more content on your page and about your business? I hope this video was helpful to you. If it was, please make sure you share it, you tell everybody about this. Don't forget, be marvelous.